we may have a few guests who also want to join and listen. One is one client who is actually looking to buy in Campbell and the West San Jose, and yeah, there are also a couple of agents that I'm inviting. So if they ask to join, just let them in. Yeah. So otherwise we can continue. We don't have to wait. Yeah. So we have quite a few people already here. Yeah. Oh, by the way, are we recording this? We need to record this so we can share to the rest of the team. Yeah.
Summarized something about Campbell's. Hopefully, could help you guys. So yeah, I think we can just start from this map, and I have marked a few micro like neighborhood, and today I would like start from the downtown. Downtown is really like a place bring everything together, and we could share client, or if your clients interested in Campbell, and they could have a big picture. What's we will like if they live here. So in the downtown, like water tower kitchen, alien's home, and even if your kids are fan of fencing, you can go to Academy of Fencing Masters. So everything around this area, and if you clients, and I think you absolutely have to recommend the Campbell Community Center to family. There are a lot of things. I think it's a must go for everyone or anyone with kids. It have early education class, like toddler music class, and super popular. And I remind your client to sign up early. And for holidays, Easter egg hunt or Halloween trick or treat. In the summer, you could have outdoor movies. It create very warm atmosphere that make your clients say, "Oh, I want to live here." So this is the downtown area. I just briefly introduce about Campbell and share more about the housing. Yeah. And number two, it's really convenient if you live in Campbell. Like in downtown area, you could find a restaurant or shopping center or something like that. And in this area, Pruneyard, or it's also called Dry Creek, you could find Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, everything over here, right? So this is, I think this area is the heart of the Campbell. You usually will go here. And in the Sunday, Campbell have farmers market. It start 9 a.m. and until 2 p.m. So if you allow like fresh food, vegetables, you could go here. And another one is, I think why I want to live Campbell, because I live here almost 6 years. I love Campbell because it borders Saratoga, West San Jose, and Los Gatos. So with an affordable price, live in Campbell, but you could enjoy luxury neighborhood. Like you could go to Saratoga's library. You could send your kids to go to Los Gatos soccer team, is very famous one. And you also could go to Westgate, and this one is also my favorite market. Yeah, this is Westgate area. So Campbell is bordered with 3 cities and luxury city, very decent neighborhood. So that's why it's convenient and very good environment. And next part, I would like to talk about the specific neighborhood. And you could say I have marked different numbers, means different neighborhood. And like this one is number one, it usually means this one is more expensive than others. So this one is maybe most or most expensive one, and the second, the third, etc. And I have some comments over here. So why it's more expensive for the Central Northwest? Because first, the elementary school is Forest Hill. Elementary school is traditional blue ribbon elementary school. It lasts, I think it's over 40 years. Yeah. And recently they have get bigger buildings, maybe 2 or 3 levels. Yeah. And this neighborhood is also walk distance to the famous Harker School. I think it's around this area. Yeah, maybe a few minutes. You can walk over here. So that's why this area is very popular. If your clients want to go to the public school, or they also think send their kids go to the private school, it covers everything. So another one is second popular area. I would like to say to this area. It's Pruneyard neighborhood. Why it is more popular? Because usually you could find big lot size, it's over 10,000 K. And so very decent neighborhood and big house, luxury buildings. So that's why it's also popular and top tier price in Campbell area. And the third one and the fourth one, they are not as popular as that one, but they are also very decent neighborhood. So the price is between number one and number two. It's lower than number one and number two, but it's in the middle or in the higher middle in the Campbell's neighborhood. And I would like to say this area, like orange, light orange or yellow, this area, I just put it together and I call it downtown area. So in downtown area, even though it's very convenient to like Campbell Civic Center or Campbell Farmers Market or our water tower restaurant, anything is very convenient for your life. But residents doesn't want to live here because it tends to be quite noise. So that's why the housing market is not that crazy. And another one reason is because this area you could see a lot of multi-families or triplex or something like that. So this is reason. Yeah, and I like let me say if there anything I want to share more. Yeah, and I there have some tricks in the Campbell. First thing is high voltage line issues. So you can try to remember this line, which location. So it usually will affect Pruneyard area neighborhood. So another issue is zip code trap. So some area, let me show in the Google map. So this area, even though it belongs Campbell, but you could find that this area, the zip code of the house is Los Gatos zip code. So when you buy this area, especially you put the comp, be careful, don't get tricked. Yeah. So this is I want to share about the Campbell's maybe, and I almost done for the sharing the Campbell neighborhood, but no worries. I will send you guys the document if you want to take a look. I think you could get this information, and this is all of the summaries about this, about my sharing. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Jingmei.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I guess everybody can ask you a few questions, right? So first of all, my direct question, I think you kind of like made some introduction, but obviously, I think Campbell is like a relatively small like a city, right? So, but when we actually go to this area, because I know that you used to live in the best part, where's the kind of like the border of Campbell and Western San Jose, right? There where there's the Forest Hill Elementary. But so well, when some people actually go to Campbell, they are sometimes telling me that some areas are like street are not looking like very good. So like, do you have some idea of like if you're gonna be recommending a area to whoever wants to look for Campbell, how do you handle these questions? Like, hey, I don't think the Campbell has very good street. So yeah, how do you handle this kind of questions for potential buyers?
So for me, I think I will look at their budget. If their budget is below or close to, I think we could see some house around number 3 or 4. Maybe it also will challenge you, but I think maybe have some chance. I know in the number 5 you could, I think it's easier get a house with below 2 million. So if the buyer say, oh, this street, it doesn't feel good, I think I already even I live in the number 1 area. Sometimes I jogging to, I think it's jogging number 3 area. We could see a lot of trucks parking on the road and don't have a sidewalk or something like that, and you feel like you're living with contractors or handyman. So but this area is also growing, and a lot of like decent buyers moving here, so make the street better and better. So I don't want to challenge the buyer if they don't feel they don't like this street. I think next time you can change another area. Yeah.
So for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, are these so basically you were from my understanding what you described, this is from the like the desirability, right? Because the number 1 first is you put like the horse park area,
Yes.
number 2 you put Pruneyard and so forth, right? So
I think that is the price, not the desirability. Yeah, because from my notice, like number 1, of course, is the most desirable, right? Most of because number 2, for number 2, a lot of people will concern about like the commute. So from my experience, like my client who are willing to buy in Campbell, they like number 1 first, and the number 3 and 4 better than number 2. But like because number 2, the lot size is bigger, so the price will be higher than the other. Two partial.
For the number 2 residents, usually I think a higher percentage of white people. So for Asians, they maybe focus on the 1, 3, 4. Yeah.
And do you have like any name? Yeah, because I know number 1 is West West St. Thomas, right? And the number 3 is also part of St. Thomas area, right? And what is the name for number 4? Yeah, because like, is there like a neighborhood name, or like how you named it, like when you talk to the clients? Hello? Me? Hello?
I think Jingmei is muted.
Oh, okay.
For
I thought it was.
Maybe
Yeah.
wait a bit. Maybe connection and so forth.
Oh, I thought it was me. Okay.
If anyone want to share anything, like if you're free, yeah, or ask any questions, so we don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know, like how you label it, how you named each of the area.
Jingmei's dropped.
Maybe, I think so.
One question is that, so Lehigh is part of the Campbell Union School District, right?
No.
Yeah,
Lehigh?
so, yeah.
Lehigh, no.
Lehigh, no? It's not Campbell Union, right?
No, Lehigh belongs to
it's-
Campbell Union High School District, and a typical high schools for Campbell are 3 schools. Number 1 is Prospect High. Number 2 is Westmont High, but technically Westmont High belongs to majority belongs to actually Westmont High it belongs to Campbell
As well,
school.
yeah.
Yeah, and there is another one. I think let me find it quickly. I think that's called. Yeah, there was 3 high schools. I'm not an expert of Campbell. Maybe Jingmei can answer that, but yeah. The third one is for. Actually, for Del Mar, it's called Del Mar, DELMAR. That's the 3 high schools for Campbell. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but anyhow, what's the question? Maybe you have some questions.
One question about Lehigh is that, so I noticed it has the high voltage line, both sides of Lehigh, I think, like one on the north, one on the south. I think. Well, there's definitely high voltage line. So has anybody raised, like, I mean, the buyers raised any concerns in regarding to that? Is that a factor, or nobody cares?
For this one, high voltage line.
Yeah, when you were gone, I actually jumped to Lehigh.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's irrelevant, but I ask anyway, like, since Lehigh has a high voltage line, does the buyers post any objections, or no one cares?
Of course, yes.
I think everybody will care, and they could,
Yeah.
if somebody buys this house, they could price in this factor. It's really depends. Some buyer, they never accept live close to the high power.
I think, Megan, you want to ask whether the school near the high voltage line will have impact, right? Because when I introduced the Los Gatos, because one of my clients told me that the Cupertino High is very close to a electric substation, so she doesn't want her child go to that school. I think that's your question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also curious, on this one, like,
I think some people cares. Some people cares. Yeah, like same in Sunnyvale, Cumberland, you know, some people will just have concern about that. So that's why like Charities sometimes is more expensive than Cumberland.
So Cumberland is also high voltage line, right?
Yeah.
Close to, oh, okay.
One question, coming back to Campbell. One question, I still want to go to the map. I think the map is very detail oriented and it's very good. And it's actually kind of like cut the line. So maybe can you give us the since this is recorded, right? So can you give us like the streets or the boundaries of such communities? Because I think honestly I'm very interested, but I think you were like too high level, too fast. So like, you know, I didn't even get a chance to actually learn like each of the blocks that you mentioned. Yeah, going back to the map.
So it's a good way to search on the red thing. If I help my clients to buy a Campbell, I will, if they are looking for Forest Hill area, I just input Forest Hill elementary school. So it will show you which area belongs this. So it's easy. Oh, not in Campbell. Campbell. Maybe it's not the official name is different from the Forest Hill. This one is also interesting. I think a few years ago, I worked with Sean, and one of the clients interested in a house, and this house, the school district belongs to this elementary school. Honestly, I never heard this one before, and yeah, but you could do some research. Yeah, Forest Hill, Campbell Elementary Schools. Okay. Oh, it's easy way to source right thing. Like this one. I'm not sure this one. Give me 1 moment. The elementary school. Oh, they didn't show it over here.
Actually, one thing is very confusing. It's always about the Campbell schools, like and same thing about the Cambrian. But since we're talking about Campbell today, so if you can also you know, like give us some information of how to determine the schools, it's going to be helpful. And also, I know there is a STEM school, which is called I think it's called Campbell Academy, something like this, which I know which is like a.
It's very. Here is the Campbell School District map.
Yeah. Okay.
It's easy.
Yeah.
I will share this link to our.
Sure.
Yeah. So this area is Campbell. So I think most of our clients will be care about school district, right? So if you want to find the accurate comp, I think you could go like this, use this map as borders. right? Same school district, similar lot size, and it will help you to handle better, right? So yeah, it shows different schools and the middle school and the high school. So for the high schools, because
you may did you share the screen?
I didn't share this. Okay.
I think she's sharing. I can see Jingmei's screen, but it's on the table. Yeah, it's on the document.
Maybe my internet is poor because I'm outside.
I think you were sharing that page, not the whole screen. You need to share. You need to share the whole screen.
Let me double check.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you seen this one? I have showed you guys this
Yeah,
one.
that's
I want to
perfect.
show you this
Yeah,
guy.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is official school district. Like just answer Sean's question, and could you show us the borders? And if you want to find the accurate count, I think you can go back this this website. Like this one, this is the St. Thomas West. The school district is Forest Hill Elementary School, and high school is Westmont High School. So this is the best school area in Campbell. If you want if your clients are interested in a house in this area, you could borders like this one. So it'll help you to do the accurate comp. Yeah. Similar same school district, similar lot size, and very decent neighborhood. Yeah. Okay. Here you could find some other elementary schools. Everything is still here. And for the high schools, I think you could also, you can choose. Yeah. This is middle. Campbell. Yeah, this is the high school. And let me share this camp. This link to you guys, just in case you will need it.
What is this link?
I shared in our team.
Yeah, so that okay.
It's a high school. This is a high school map. Like this area, the right one is Westmont High School.
Cool.
Yeah, and then you could type the address,
Yeah.
the website, and then you will find.
The green one is Prospect. The red one is Westmont. The purple one is Del Mar. And the other colors to the east are actually in Cambria's like Lehigh and Brenham High. Part of Campbell actually go to Cambrian Union School District. So basically, this is pretty clear map of whatever the high school are there. Yeah.
Yes.
So you can actually kind of find where. I think we're gonna plan to do some more works in West San Jose and Campbell Elementary Schools, because some of these schools are actually pretty good. But you know, and the neighborhood are very good, especially for people who want to be relatively close to work. And I personally think this is a very good area, like 95117, 95129, 94130, and 95008. These four, you know, like a zip code combined together. I think more and more people will realize this is a place that is incorporating both convenience and you know, moderate affordability, yeah, and also potential.
I want to share another thing. The Costco and another 大统华 Asian grocery store is under construction.
So Costco is under construction. Where is it? Do you know?
Westgate area.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
it's
Okay.
Saratoga. Let me. It's close to REI. Have you been to
Yes.
Saratoga
Yes.
area? Yeah, in this cross street. Yeah.
Do you think, so here is like, yeah, I have like some clients who ask like if the Costco open, do you think it will affect um the neighborhood? So it will have, you know, positive effect or negative?
For my understanding, I think only affect maybe 5 street or close to Costco, but some others they will benefit from this. They are really they never need to drive like 20 or 30 minutes to Santa Clara Costco. They only drive maybe 5 to 10 minutes to Costco, and it's very convenient. But the unfortunate some people if they just live next street or very close to Costco, they will be bothered by the traffic or the noise. Yeah, like really like you live in the downtown area, the same feeling, I think. Yeah, but the housing, the value of the housing, I think we will not drop.
Okay. And how about like Datonghua? Do you know like Datonghua where it located?
It's next to Costco.
Okay.
Yeah, same location.
Cool.
Yeah, in same plaza. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm, nice.
I lived in Canada before, so 大同华 is so much better than 大华.
See, yeah,
Highly recommended. I think
highly
close by.
recommended.
Why?
Huh?
But I'm not sure like if,
better food, cleaner.
but I'm not
Oh,
sure
okay.
like if it is open in Bay Area because always changed. You know, all the restaurants in Vancouver and the Bay Area are totally different. Hope. Yeah.
Hopefully they hold the same standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very accurate.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Just
That's
you put
nice.
the address and will help you locate the school district. This is called a school locator. So every house you could find a school locator. It should be. Yeah.
How okay, is this only available in Campbell?
No.
Oh, nice.
Every city, actually every house you could find it accurate
Cool. That's
school district.
Some of the school district, I actually think use this as a like official school finder for
Yeah.
the parents, right? So, but I'm yeah. For example, if you actually go to Campbell, they actually use this like directly, so you can find the school district, but maybe not all of them because some
Mhm.
of the, for example, if you go to Peninsula, different cities, then that's gonna be like a little bit different. Yeah,
Yeah.
but at least for this area, this will work. Yeah, so
Peninsula
it's a
is
little bit
is-
clarification. So yeah, so coming back to our previous questions, sorry, I think I actually made this topic a little bit jumpy because I was kind of like asked 2 questions. Number 1 is about the neighborhood street, and number 2 is actually about the school. So Jimmy actually jumped to the school and explained to us. Thank you. But yeah, coming back to the street. So can you go back? Yes, this is the numbers. So I don't know, like, can you show us? Like, my question is that if we are facing a client, right? They're like, hey, what about Campbell? So I think I want to give them a high level standard. For example, oh, if we go south of which Street or east of which Street, I mean, I don't know, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but number 2, which is Pruneyard, like Pruneyard Area, is, I think it's whether in lifestyle or in area, it's actually closer to Willow Glen, right? So that's something I'm always trying to, understand, and also I think you kind of like mentioned, but I'm still a little bit confused. Why number two, like the Pruneyard area is like very prestige or very high in Campbell. So yeah, so I guess two questions. Yeah, number one is can you give us like the street lines so we can tell our clients? Number two is why the Pruneyard is more expensive. So. I think Jimmy is muted again. Jimmy, you're muted?
No. I
Oh, okay,
just
got it. Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Is this Campbell? Yeah. So because I'm a new agent, sometimes I'm not familiar with every neighborhood. So I just figure out, I try to figure out how to know how to, even though we never been here before, but how to know which state is better, or some state is not very popular. I just say the price. The higher price usually means the good neighborhood. Yeah.
That's right.
Simple, but maybe give you some yeah, and you can use the I always use the street view to double check, especially like in Peninsula area. This year, at the beginning of this year, I really feel not comfortable to help a buyer or get them to buy a house in Peninsula. But at the end, I think I figure out how to know which area may be better. I just use this method. I look at the price, and another thing is, I think for me, I need to drive here, and will help me to sense, oh, this is a good neighborhood or it's bad. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Honestly, Sean. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think you also provided a very excellent answer for this question. As an agent, I think this is very important. If this can be shared to everybody, even for me, I don't know everything, right? No one automatically knows like every single street or whatsoever. So I think what Jingmei said is very important. Number one, you have a set of tools handy. Like whenever you actually wanting to do something, you kind of like open it on your backend and check, and so that you can give your clients like relatively quick answer, which is very good. And number two, because basically everybody knows that you can never say I don't know to your buyer or to your seller, right? I mean, obviously to a seller, you will generally not say I don't know, because you're already like the default expert. But for buyers, because they go probably like everywhere, right? Some people will start telling you, hey, we're interested in South Bay. So you have to define where is South Bay, right? So that's the method. Like you kind of like screen from wherever their budget is, and then you can kind of like, for example, I think for the Pruneyard area, this is actually to my experience and the impression too, that this is pretty much close to Willow Glen. That's why and also the lot size are bigger, because these areas are designated as luxury homes and built by individual owners instead of like mass produced bungalow productions like many of the Bay Area houses, which was kind of like building between 50s and 1950s and 1970s, right? So another way is, I think Jingmei shared, is very smart and nice, and we actually show quite a few top agents in the Bay Area using the same method is try to drive by or even walk by. So I mean, if you are like having a client who is showing some interest in some neighborhoods, it's pretty much similar to door knocking. So that's why a lot of top agents, we can discuss this later on. A lot of top agents, they start from door knocking. So when you do door knocking, you kind of like standing, your eyes will be catching information and memorizing. Oh, this is a street, right? Or across that street. Oh, wow, that's a totally different neighborhood. So that's how you get like yourself familiarized with the surroundings and so forth, right? So I guess this is how we learn and how we categorize the information and utilize the for us in the future when we're actually facing a client. That's how we kind of like eventually become an expert for our area or our base. Like I know that Jimmy, for example, she is having like three clients in Peninsula. So lately she's very, very heavily inclined and like learning everywhere in Peninsula, from Menlo Park, Redwood City, up until San Carlos, Fairmont, and up until San Mateo. So that's also a fast way to grow and learn. Like you go with where your clients go. So yeah. So Jimmy, before we wrap it up, do you want to address the lines that you draw, the streets that so maybe we can have an idea? Yeah, like this one. Yeah, just like quickly. So obviously the first number 2 is divided by this is A80? I think no. This is Bascom, right? Yeah, this is Bascom. East of Bascom. Yeah, and this one, I don't know. I can't. I cannot zoom it big enough. Like which one are the ones? Is this the Campbell Avenue or like what's the Hillsdale, right? Like the whole city is the horizontal line on the top. Which street is this?
San Mateo.
No. This one, yeah, the city border, like this very, yeah, like the very top line, that is cutting everything. Yes, this street. No, the horizontal one. No, this is the vertical. I mean the horizontal one.
This is Barker Avenue.
No. Actually, maybe I can check.
Let me double check now. Buddy Avenue or Campbell Avenue? Maybe Campbell Avenue.
I think the horizontal is Hamilton. It's Hamilton. It's pretty much Hamilton. Yeah.
Oh, maybe Sunny Oak. This one.
Yeah. Hamilton Avenue. Almost all majority of Campbell is actually south of Hamilton Avenue.
Yeah.
Okay, and
I would like to add some more historical for the Campbell. Just remember. So let me go back to the downtown. This the house. Actually, Aisline's. I would like to share something about the Aisline's house. This one. This is a historical building in Campbell. So if you want to visit it, you can go like Tuesday to Thursday, I think. But they have some maintenance during the December to February, and double check it too. This is Aisline's house, and their family from England, and they made a lot of money for canning, like 水果罐头，所以他们是靠水果罐头发家的。And they donated this house to the city in 1920s. This is ironic building, and this is a Tudor style house. Sean, could you introduce more Tudor style house?
Yeah, it's actually Tudor, Tudor. Chinese is Tudor. It's actually originally from France. It's actually originally from a place from there. So it generally have adobe outside wall, and a higher pitch than typical California bungalow. And inside, most houses, you will see typically, you will see like on top of the second floor or the third floor, whatever top floor, you're gonna be actually seeing the roof or the ceiling being slanted. So so every functional area is kind of like separate together. So yeah, so you can kind of like see this is representing the grandeur or the luxury of that that area. And now you know it's more like a castle like, you know, so you can kind of like see from from the
Yeah.
pictures everything. There are actually a few houses today in a few areas with houses similar to this in
Glenn?
Santa Clara. Yeah, Santa Clara with you will typically see like a couple of small windows on the second floor, and also the roof is not like flat. Especially inside, you can kind of like sharing a slanted ceiling. So that's the signature identify you can find for that. Yeah.
Campbell is the Archer city. So at the beginning. So right now, Campbell is also very close to Netflix, and another is Kaiser House Medical Center. So yeah, right now it's not do the agriculture, so it's a lot of other things in Campbell. Yeah.
I think one fun fact for Campbell is that it used to be part of San Jose, or what is an unincorporated area within the boundary of San Jose. So you're going to be very interesting finding that it is actually like surrounded by all other cities, right? Like only a little part of this is bordering Saratoga, but most of this is surrounded by San Jose. So actually voted out to be independent. I think in the 1950s. I'm not too sure about the exact date, but if you're interested, you can take a look and check. They voted to be independent because they think the San Jose tax is too high, and obviously it is still too high today. So that's there for fun. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So okay, so yeah, I guess that's
yeah, hey,
about.
Sean, yeah, one more question. So have you noticed like I think like I've been experienced this one time, like there was like a Campbell house. The address is Campbell, but when you see the preliminary report, it shows like the tax address is in San Jose.
Yeah, that's where the border of you know, like that's what happens in between where Jimmy
Yeah, the
was
zip code is
living.
yeah
the
951000.
Yeah, Jimmy, can you explain this? Like the address is Campbell, but when you actually search for the text, it's actually showing something.
I think it's
So
it's around in the border of the in the border of Campbell and the West San Jose area, only that area,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And
I
also did it long times ago, but I didn't find the answer. I tried to
yeah, but so they do tax the San Jose, right? They do have to pay the San Jose tax. Like if the address is in the border of Campbell and San Jose, means like the tax will be like higher.
so
Yeah, because San Jose tax is like super high.
yeah, I know. Yeah. And I think some other agents mentioned this issue in the non-one agent chain. Yeah, but I tried to figure out it, but I didn't find the answer. So we can try to dig more, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if someone find this, you can share in the group. So
Okay.
yeah, you can also help each of us. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Anyone have any other questions or interest point or anything you want to share? Okay, no, all right. So a few things before we, because today is December 8th, and I know that many of you have, vacation plans and everything. So we're gonna have a few live casts, 直播. I think there will be one on Wednesday, and this Wednesday, and then there's gonna be another one on next Tuesday. The Wednesday one is by Cindy and Zoya. They're gonna share how to get good deals, how to find good deals, especially in terms of investors' mindset. And the one on the 16th will be more focused on Peninsula, where Anna will be sharing a lot of experience of how to real cases, how to get good houses, and also how to identify opportunities there. And we're not going to be holding any formal meetings because it's going to be very hard to assemble everybody. But after, I think, January, in early January, we're going to be announcing the annual party. Well, obviously everybody can gather together. This year, we figured out, and it's going to still be at my home. And if anyone is interested in volunteering, either getting some programs, generally this is more like we just invite everybody for dinner, and obviously the management is going to pay for that, and so it's more like a family party. But if you guys wanting to have some programs, some fun, especially for kids, this is like totally family friendly. So you are welcome to bring everybody you like, and including parents. So no worries. We always have every time we have more than 10 parents coming. So yeah, my house is not too big, but it should be okay for like 50 people. So yeah, so we're designed to have a party. So anyhow, yeah, this is pretty much what happens in the early January. Yeah, we're gonna be announcing this exact date, I think, in the first week of January, and hopefully to bring everyone together. So we will have another monthly meeting in January. I think it's in the first trimester of January, and where we're gonna be organizing. And I've been reading like so many things, and I think it's and I've been seeing many agents are like really working. I don't know, like they are kind of like inspired by us, and they're seeing like we are growing like so fast and so strong, right? So, but just for the information of you guys, we already had 162 transactions YTD, which definitely surpasses what our goal is. And next year, obviously the goal is 200. So let's see if we can do it, right? Yeah, thank you very much for everybody's really hard work and everything all together. So yeah, so let's meet next time. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.